Good morning, everyone. Welcome back to my channel. If you're new here, I'm Jordan. I'm a certified nurse practitioner, a health coach, and a YouTuber. Today, I thought we would do a classic, just a classic, what I eat in a day, nice and vlog style for you. Really trying to get more protein in my diet, and I'm really trying to build some muscle. Looks like I have none right there, but that is kind of my goal right now. Let's see, what else should you know? I primarily eat gluten-free, primarily on the lower end of carbs. I try to get most of my carbohydrate sources from like starchy vegetables, whole food sources, things like that. An emphasis on protein and of course, healthy fats. I'm actually not making a smoothie for breakfast this morning. This morning we're having an omelet with some avocado toast, which is just so delicious. We need to head out to my garden to get some veggies. I'm gonna clip some kale and some herbs. So this is my little patio deck garden. Got some kale, some green curly kale here. I'm gonna clip some of that for my omelet. Got romaine lettuce back here, tomato that I just planted, some onions. I've got red and white onions. Got my strawberries here. You can see one strawberry. Just needs a little bit longer. More onions here. Pepper plants that I just planted. A Swiss chard, dill. And over here we've got parsley. We've got rosemary. It smells so good. And then over here I've got lavender. It kind of died, but now it's coming back. And then we've got some thyme, and that is something I'm gonna clip, because I think it just goes really nicely with kale and tomatoes, which is what I'm gonna put in my omelet. And then I've got another tomato and a mint. Do this guy right here. Perfect. Have a little bit of ghee, probably like a teaspoon or so, in this little skillet. It's just over like medium heat. And chopped grape tomatoes, a little salt, pepper. Let's add our kale. Probably about a cup or so of kale. Nice and wilted. 2 beaten eggs here. I'm going to add them right on top. Now that it's almost cooked through, what I'm going to do is add 1 ounce of this goat milk feta cheese. It's actually local, but you could just use goat cheese or a non-dairy cheese. I find goat milk cheese and, well, just goat milk products like goat milk yogurt, sheep milk yogurt, I digest really well, so I'm not 100% dairy free. This also adds some additional protein. If you want to keep it, no cheese at all, you could do another egg. So you could do a 3-egg omelet instead of adding the cheese, and that would be an equivalent amount of protein. A really fancy omelet skill. I just, instead of trying to do like a 3-fold, I just flip it over once. And sometimes it doesn't even go all the way. There we go. You can just play with it. And you know what? If it ends up in a scramble, it still tastes amazing. Let it kind of heat through and let the cheese melt a little bit. Got my base culture original bread that I just toasted. I mashed up some avocado, just half of an avocado, with lime juice, salt, and pepper. That is looking good. Look how melty the cheese is. A couple sprigs of parsley and a little red pepper flake on the avocado toast. My breakfast is 30 grams of protein in total, and I like to, at a minimum, get anywhere from 20 to 40 grams per meal, so this is perfect. I just wanted to share quickly why I think protein is so important. I think most people are aware that, protein is a great thing that we need to have, but I think it's helpful and empowering just to like know the real reason why behind it. Protein breaks down into amino acids in our body. We have non-essential and essential amino acids. Those amino acids break down and they become and repair all the cells in our body, muscle, organs, hormones, enzymes, you name it, and even antibodies in our immune system all come from the amino acids that we make or feed ourselves. Building and maintaining muscle is so important and so critical, not for aesthetics or the way that you look, but just for maintaining a healthy body weight, for balancing blood sugar. It's a metabolically active, tissue in the body. If you have more muscle mass on your body, you're going to have more places for glucose to be stored in the body, and it's going to lower your blood sugar. Also been some really interesting research that I've been reading about lately and hearing about. They're finding that even resistance training and muscle building is also equally heart healthy as is cardio. Cardio kind of aerobic exercise is fantastic, but it also, when done for long periods of time and chronically, it actually breaks down muscle and causes muscle to shrink. The reason why protein is so important in the diet is because it is the macronutrient with the most satiety properties, or makes us feel fullest and satisfied the longest. When we eat protein, it doesn't break down into glucose, therefore causing insulin to be released, therefore raising blood sugar and then dropping it down really fast. And do that directly like carbohydrates do that. So you're going to kind of just have this more flattened blood sugar curve when you consume more protein with your meals versus having this like spike where you get a lot of energy and then a crash where you start having cravings and you need that next energy hit, or you feel lethargic, dizzy, things like that. Protein also calms a hormone called neuropeptide Y that reduces sugar cravings and carb cravings. Basically, I love protein for its main benefits of building and supporting and maintaining lean muscle mass on the body, supporting my hormones, supporting all the cells in my body, and because of its ability to balance blood sugar and satiate any cravings that I might have. So I really notice that when I have more protein, I have less cravings, I just have more stable energy, and I just feel good. Really great goal or kind of, rule of thumb to go by if you're just getting started with adding more protein or tracking how much protein you're actually getting is to be looking to get anywhere from 0.75 grams per pound of body weight to 1 gram of protein per pound of body weight. But you don't want to go over 145 grams of protein-ish. Be sure to check with your healthcare provider about, if it's dangerous for you to go over protein for any reason, for any health condition, just always double check that. But it's really one of those things where you want a happy medium. You don't want way, way too much and you don't want not enough. Speaking of building strength, building muscle, just wanted to share kind of like what I'm doing for exercise right now. I have a long history of doing lots of cardio, doing lots of HIIT. I'd like to include weights in some of my workouts. Like I did some Pilates, cardio, stuff with weights, lighter weights, some resistance kind of things, and lots of body weight exercises. I got a bike that I like to do spinning classes on. And in trying to balance my hormones, regulate stress and calm my body, I found strength training and resistance training. And I just find that it doesn't deplete my energy the way that cardio can sometimes. And it just really helps balance out. I feel so strong and I feel like I got a good workout. I'm building my muscle and doing really great things for my body and for my longevity, but I'm not, depleting my tanks and really like raising my cortisol by doing like a HIIT workout every other day. Do a cardio workout maybe once a week. I'll do my bike and I just walk. I walk my dogs pretty much every day, and that's my only cardio these days. As far as strength training, what I'm doing, I wanted to show you this book that I got, and I took the cover off of it. Let me see if I can find the cover. Is this book, Resistance Training Revolution. It's a fairly new book, and I listened to Sal's, he's the author, I listened to Sal's podcast, Mind Pump, and that's how I heard about his book. And this is a super easy read. and it's got workouts in it and phases, and it's got a body weight workout, a dumbbell workout, and a gym workout if you've got access to like more gym equipment, which is why I really liked it, because I just basically have dumbbells at home, don't go to a gym, don't really want to go to a gym. And so I got this book, and I think it's a really fantastic, like, for beginners, like never done any type of resistance training, any type of strength training. This is a fantastic book. It really dives into the science, but it's super easy to read. And he also has a section about nutrition and the importance of protein in there. So highly recommend that book. I'll leave a link to it down below. I was doing the workouts from that book for, I would say, 2 months. I was doing the dumbbell workouts, and I kind of just got bored recently and wanted to switch it up, do something new. So I found this app called Strong by Sierra. Today is an active recovery day. So I am just going to walk the dogs here in a little bit, and that's going to be my active recovery. Yesterday was a lower body session, and whew, my legs are feeling it, but they feel really good. It's kind of circuits with weights. All you need is a set of dumbbells and a bench and a resistance loop. So yeah, I'm giving that app a try. It's fun to like mix it up. Now I feel like I kind of know the lingo a little bit. I kind of feel like I've worked on my form a little bit more. I've started strength training before, and I've done like a month, and then I go back to like my usual cardio. And so this is the first time I've started, and it's lasted now a couple months, and I'm just now starting to feel like more tighter and strong. Like I notice when I pick up the watering can or just do things around the house, I'm like, oh, that was easier than it normally is, which is just really cool. So if you're kind of in a rut with exercise, want to try something new, or have always wondered about trying, you know, some more resistance type of training, this is your green light. Go do it. To head out on a walk now with the pups. Did you like your walk? Was that fun? Did you like your walk? Yeah, that was fun. That was fun. Quickly whipped up a PB&B smoothie. It is one of my new favorites. It stands for peanut butter and beet. I just started getting my summer CSA box from a local farm, and I got a huge thing of beets, and I don't like beets. So it's always like a fun experiment for me to figure out how to cook them and use them up, because I know inevitably I'm going to get them in my box. So I created this smoothie because everything tastes better with peanut butter. And the beets actually do naturally sweeten the smoothie without having to add any fruit. So I will link the protein powder that I used for the smoothie down below in the description. I'll also include some plant-based protein powders that I think are fantastic. Normally I would sit down and have a lunch, but I did that long walk and now need to take the dogs to, I'm gonna switch arms because my arm is tired. I need to leave and take the dogs to the groomers. We're going to the beach next week, and they need to get nice and cleaned up before that. And after that, I'm gonna go run errands with my mom to get stuff for our vacation. And I just thought I better take a smoothie with me because I don't know when we'll be back. Not super hungry yet, so I didn't want to sit down for a meal. Still feel pretty full from that breakfast. So I've got my protein smoothie ready to go, take with me in the car, and that will be my lunch. Having a smoothie as a replacement for a meal, just make sure, I think it can be helpful to track or put the ingredients into like a calorie tracker or whatever, just to make sure that you're getting the same amount of calories that you would get from a regular meal, because then it's a true meal replacement. Make sure you've got all the macronutrients in it, obviously protein, fat, and carbohydrates. And I also like to add a lot of fiber because, again, that keeps me full. And this smoothie hits my goal to be between 20 and 40 grams of protein. Back from errands, and it's not quite dinner time or time to start making dinner, but I'm a little hungry and I really want to try one of these. a Chomps turkey stick. They are 10 grams of protein and no sugar. Getting going on dinner now, and let me show you what I'm making. Chopped up a bunch of vegetables because I'm going to make my ground beef and vegetable skillet. This is so easy. Great way to get in a ton of veggies. Got half an onion, there's the other half there that I'll save. Probably a little more than half of a bell pepper, 1 zucchini, and I've got this huge Swiss chard that I got in my farm box that I'm going to chop up as well. Some cauliflower rice. I have some regular brown basmati rice in the Instant Pot cooking. I do about a half of a cup for 2 servings, so a fourth of a cup per serving. Over here in my skillet, I've got my grass-fed ground beef. I've got a pound that I'm gonna saute, but I'm actually not gonna use all of it. I just like to cook it all at once. That way it's easy. I'll probably pull like a little bit out and put it in a glass container just to keep in the fridge for another meal, and I'll use the rest for the skillet. I will leave the full recipe down below in the description box, so if you wanna make it and make it your own, you should, and you will be able to. I typically have grass-fed ground beef. I'm lucky that I can find it locally at a local farm store. It's the cheapest way to get such high quality beef is just buying ground beef or buying, you know, like stew beef, things like that. So that's typically what we have. Every once in a while we'll splurge and do like a nice steak or something. But I would say we have ground beef probably once to 2 times a week. Just such a nutrient dense protein. It's so full of B vitamins, full of iron, and grass-fed beef has a better ratio of omega-6 to omega-3s, which I've talked a lot about in my anti-inflammatory videos. We want more omega-3s to balance out inflammation in the body. Yeah, let's cook this up and eat it. Here is the finished product. This is my ground beef and veggie rice skillet. I love it because look how much food that is. This is the size of my hand. I just love to sit down and eat a lot of food, and I love how much the vegetables bulk this up. So I feel so full from the fiber in the vegetables, the protein, full of flavor with the paprika and a little chili powder and the marinara sauce, lots of garlic. And I just topped it with a little parsley and some nutritional yeast. I really hope you guys enjoyed watching another What I Eat in a Day vlog from me. Leave your comments, questions, and video requests down below in the comments. Like this video, give me a thumbs up, subscribe, turn on your notifications so you're notified when I upload a new video, because it really supports the future of my channel. So I will see you soon for another one.